Blue team's turn to ban.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is grand final time. My name is TJ, joined by D2, and our ongoing coverage of the Valor Series Season 3 qualifier for Europe is concluding with this best-of-3 series.
It all comes down to this. Winner takes 100 points, gets into the regular season of the Valor Series Season 3. Loser also probably gets into the regular season, but it's not 100% guaranteed.
The winning team gets 100 Valor Series points, which basically exempts them from needing to play in the second qualifier. The loser gets 65, which means that they should play in the second qualifier. The draft phase,
because they would hate themselves if something happened.
Ongoing. Nakrov, Murad, Richter. The standard bans it fields into Nova. Kind of curious, because right now it is Nova who are having to ban out all of the OP characters. This has to be Elsu, right?
Oh. I guess not.
Did TQ not play Elsu? No? that was a quick answer. Okay, so I was talking with Jay. He said he believes Gilder is the counter to Elsu. I want to believe him, because I like Gilder. But I don't. And Nova, I would be surprised if they drafted again. And that sideline note, this time they're going to draft a Joker to play into the Elsu. That makes a little bit more sense to me. A little bit more sense.
And the rockets are... Joker's rockets are longer than Gilder's... What is it called? Extravagance?
Yes.
But... So I think that is a better option.
I don't actually know if they are. Extravagant has extra range beyond the... Extravagant's really big. I don't know if they are.
And anyway, Joker's range is about 1,200? Actually, more. It might be like 1,500 units. And Elsu's is like 25. It's like something ridiculous. But Joker's is really long. Joker's goes off the screen, whereas Gilder's doesn't.
The draft phase blasts. This is one of the quickest drafts I've ever seen, actually. Joker, Rourke, Raz.
Oh, do it. Do it. Do it.
Thank you.
Okay.
Alright. All makes sense. So it will be Shurko.
Oh, wait. Where's the support? Support Joker. Okay.
What?
Support Joker. Let's do it. Double mage.
But why side lane? Okay, right, sure. But why side lane? Tulun. Why side lane Raz? Is Shurko playing?
I think Shurko's gonna be mid.
That's new.
Yeah, I think Shurko.
That's cool.
Although
Shurko
that doesn't make sense though.
in 2 days.
Right, and Poseidon's been playing lots of Raz, and Shurko's been playing lots of Tulun. None of this makes sense. They should switch right now. They should really switch right now. Unless we're just messing around.
I mean, they can both do it. Shurko, I think, is the best mid player in the world. Or in Europe. Not the world.
But
in Europe.
There we go, there we go.
Yeah.
They're like, they came to the senses. But
Shurko's
we were talking
mid
about
players in Europe. I think he should have it. But I respect that Nova want to use their mid.
Okay.
Because Poseidon is just as good. Opposing them, it will be Memorized getting his Alice, Javix playing the Elsu, Ruiz on Sephra, Simjo on Zenial, and Ibuchichi in the jungle with Zephyrs.
I think we should really emphasize this lineup from Nova a bit more. We were talking about Joker or Gilder versus Elsu, but they have triple marksman, double
Valhein
mage. This is
win
a
into
comp.
Elsu.
That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about, look at, they have 3 marksmen, 2 mages.
You're right. No, sorry, I'm just... My head's going at 1 billion miles an hour. Because I don't know what they're playing into Elsu. I don't know what their plan is into Elsu.
I don't know either, and I don't think they're going to win this game. Because I don't think you can have 5 squishies. It's just not a recipe for success.
Especially not into Elsu, because the burst damage he does is insane. Stop trying to counter Elsu with squishies. Tanks can take his damage.
Right, and they can't really approach him either. Oxy is just so aggressive. I love it.
Shurko will be stealing back Simjo. And Ibuchichi do steal a golem. Same happens on the other side of the map. Javix is bullied out of his lane, but he'll probably recover.
I'd like to see them take the wave quicker and then have Oxy continue to just bully Javix out so he doesn't receive that farm. But Oxy, boom, takes a big snipe. And that's what's going to happen all day.
Simjo will back out as Shurko begins to push towards him. That will be... Ooh. More pressure up top. The number one thing that needs to happen for me is this Valhein needs to shut down Javix to a degree I didn't think was possible. And so far, he's gotten Javix to eat a lot of his wave in the tower and stolen his seagull. It's like, maybe.
Maybe it might happen. So, the early game situation here, Nova's doing okay, but this is all fine and dandy. Nothing was really going to happen for the most part, or at least most likely. Now is where things really come to bear, and they need to start snowballing.
Memorized will run back towards the safety of Javix's snipes. It will land one of them arcing through onto Oxy. Here's the Abyssal Dragon up for grabs. In the meantime, Shurko dueling in the sideline will be losing. The Abyssal picked up first. Now, Simjo can't chase down the kill onto Shurko. Not with that Thunderbird coming through. Ruiz is here to try and help. There's the Water Spirits connecting. The shield comes out from Simjo. He'll survive. Ruiz will keep Shurko close and get the kill.
Shurko, why did you do that? It was almost like he was just mad that he messed up earlier and didn't go for his passive into the Thunderbird because that would have killed the Xeno there. And he said, "Oh, he should be dead." And then you overcommit. When you try to make up for past mistakes by making more mistakes, then you're just shooting yourself in the foot.
Javix trying to shoot the enemy. Good disengage, but laughing gas is too much. They're able to sweep up the sideline Elsu. I don't know, they're doing a lot of damage. They didn't pick any tanks, and that means that they have more damage to distribute to other people.
They do, but they need to really snowball this out of control, because if the side of Queso have their heroes tank up even a little bit so that they can approach the side of Nova, then this is going to fall apart very quickly.
Simjo will leave the top lane for mid, as does most of the team. Current gold lead is narrowly in favor of Nova. I'm looking at Javix in particular. Javix, the player we were kind of keeping an eye on to lead the team's damage, currently a little under-farmed, stealing a couple camps away from his jungler Ibuchichi in order to make up for that.
But that doesn't really help Ibuchichi's cause if he's going to be farming up himself. But I'm still trying to get my head around this.
Javix, Angelic Splendor in, he dodges out. Simjo here to back him up. Javix has already left, he just dipped, he made like a banana and split. He wasn't there to help. And now he'll return to the fight with snipes at range and miss them as Ibuchichi gets chunked down on top of a hissy fit. Very low, but does survive. Simjo stays up front. Snipes now start to land. Oxy very low, but not quite dead. They can't finish any of the kills, Daniel. There's leftovers everywhere.
Who needs supports when you can just use the control effects of your good old mages? Poseidon comes in and pushes them out of the way and says, "No, you are not killing my ally here." Meanwhile, by the way, while all that was happening in the mid, Ruiz was getting killed off by the combination of Poseidon and Shurko. So they're just starting to take these leads here. And I was like, as I was mentioning earlier, I was trying to wrap my head around this comp, and they have just enough control effects from the Raz, from the Valhein, the Joker, and a little bit from the Rourke. But what they're doing is Rourke is basically their front laner, right? And he's going to get in and he's going to kill the Zephys and the Xenial. And if they try to focus him down, then the rest of the team is going to be bringing the heat behind them. So it's weird, but this might work.
Snipe will land on the Oxy. Scaring him back. Bot lane is a bit of a mess right now. Simjo again falling up top. I think the top lane decidedly more messy. as GrizzlyQ picks up the lane. Mr. Dragon will be the focus. There's Poseidon in for the kill. Ibuchichi to disengage, will not be able to do so. Javix needs to watch as his allies crumble. TQ seem to have completely failed to take reasonable team fights here.
I don't think they should be trying to take team fights. In this early game, there's just too much range to deal with. And they should be focusing on farming up rather than trying to force these. This lineup has completely bamboozled Team Queso. They should stop trying to fight and just try to get enough farm that their members are tanky so that they can engage onto Nova without completely dying to the range attacks.
I just feel like they're taking these really sloppy fights, which is the worst of both worlds. Take an organized team fight or just run.
Memorized.
Taking these 1v2s, mispositioning, losing towers without a fight. It is just poor manners.
And we've said it time and time again, sustained damage is very good in disorganized team fights. When everything's going crazy, everyone's running around, you get to just throw your damage out onto anyone who appears right in front of you. And Simjo, oh boy, this is not looking good.
We'll try Malleus to safety twice. Neither time is he successful. Pretty easy pickup for Nova, as they build 7-1 in the kill lead.
Poseidon is making this all work, I have to say, because without his pushbacks, a lot of these kills don't materialize. They get the stun from Valhein, or they get the slow from the Joker, and then he comes in with the knockback, and they're just dead every single time.
He missed the wall! Ibuchichi had to spend both his mobility abilities, but he does get over it eventually. In the meantime, Poseidon will be focusing down the mid tower alongside Oxy and GrizzlyQ. They do get it. Bot lane. Now the focus. Shurko to sweep in. Another tower to fall.
Tower has been destroyed.
I need reinforcements.
This should not be happening.
You're
but
right!
It is.
But it is! Oh, there's the engage. Ibuchichi deep in. Laughing Gas will not find the kill. The snipe does land on GrizzlyQ, scaring him back. The tower does not fall by some definition.
Okay, whatever. I'll talk about why Team Queso lost this game, which I believe they will, unless they start start manning up behind the defense and playing extremely turtly. But let's talk about what's going well for the Team Nova. They're executing this perfectly every single time that they find someone caught out, which is alarmingly high for Team Queso. They're able to just push them back, take the kill. Vex is just continuously farming, getting a team that lead. And it looks like they're probably going to finish this game fairly certain. Oh, Oxy taking that mid tower. And yeah, they do have they have plenty of marksmen to take down these towers, so I feel like they're going to win this game. And Team Queso's not doing the right thing to deal with it.
Here's the team fight. Ibuchichi deep in will get obliterated. Goodbye.
Ooh, there was a nice snipe that came in from Javix, but they need to have those consistently before they even engage. And at the moment, chunking the opponent down doesn't actually do anything if you can't find the kill.
Darkslayer picked up. 9-minute Darkslayer. Wow. There was a time where you would never even consider challenging Darkslayer until post 15 minutes. Thankfully that's changed, but still. Quite early. GrizzlyQ will go down. Simjo able to pick it up. That's a good turnaround.
GrizzlyQ forgetting that he's not a normal support. It's like, oh wait, I can't actually survive this, can I? But Drake does go down. That is one of the first blunders here. One of the first true blunders from Nova. Can they get this bottom tower is the question.
Simjo into the front line, scaring Oxy back. You're starting to see the limitations of a composition without high HP. But the question is, too little, too late.
Well, this is step number 1 for Team Queso. They held off. They've basically held off against the Darkslayer buff. And now they'll have to deal with the Abyssal Dragon buff, but this is a bit easier, arguably, to deal with because there aren't enraged, or there isn't a Drake, excuse me, and there aren't bigger minions to deal with. All they have to do is clear the minion wave, and there can't really be anything done about it for the side of Nova.
I want to see Team Queso
Poseidon.
go for these engage fights off the back of their tanky characters. Because we've seen it a couple times now. If Simjo initiates, Nova don't really have a whole lot they can do. Maybe they kill Simjo, but it'll take them a while. And the rest of the team in the meantime will go down.
I would like a different way to go about it, actually. I would like to see Ibuchichi go in and then have Simjo use the Angelic Splendor on to Ibuchichi so that he's basically unkillable, even through all these marksmen. And if they do kill him, it takes all of their abilities. But as it stands, they're not doing a great job because Vex is just killing this tower. In fact, he pops, pops his ult, and he's going in, gets the tower, and that is not acceptable if you're Team Queso.
Nope, not at all. It was a weird fight to lose. It shouldn't have happened. The tower does go down. Javix gets Poseidon in the flurry, but it's not really enough, especially as this next wave of minions come in and Javix misses the snipe. That means all their towers are gone. And so too, likely, is game number 1. Vex to die. Javix with a disengage to stay alive, but the tower can't disengage. Neither can the core. Nova eSports 1-0 over Team Queso.
I have my hand on my head. This is an SMH moment, TJ. I'm sorry. We've been critical of Nova all day.
Yep.
That was a game where they completely bamboozled their opponent, and it's time to be very critical of Team Queso. Just hold on to your towers. Just hold on to your towers. It seems difficult against marksmen, but if there's no front line, it's really hard to take towers because you can't just dive them. If they try to dive onto the towers, you jump them and they die. They don't have anyone to outrange the towers except for the passive on Joker. So it's not like they can just Telenos kill it off or Violet kill it off. They have to get in range, and if they do, then you can jump them. Team Queso didn't utilize their Elsu to any great effect. They didn't try to use his poking to set up team fights. They just kind of went in and died, which was an expected result. Let's just say that. It's not like, you know, oh, I wonder what's going to happen if these two teams fight in the early game. No, it's Nova is going to win. They have more damage and they can kite for days before Team Queso has the requisite tankiness to get in there. That's what's going to happen when these two teams fight, and I'm just disappointed in Team Queso that they didn't know this simple fact. All they had to do is farm up, wait until the mid game, and they win every team fight from there. But they let themselves get snowballed, and that was the one win condition that Nova had.
I would describe this as a timer comp for Nova. Right? You win in the first 10-15 minutes. After 10 minutes, it gets dicey. After 15, they lose. We made it to 10 minutes. Team Queso started looking pretty good in the team fights. Nova was just able to leverage the advantage they already had and win regardless. Like you said, if Team Queso had played better defense during early, I do think they win now. But I don't think it was just, oh, they were playing too aggressive, because I think this team could have won some team fights if they played it smart, but all the team fights I saw them take, they kept, like, staggering into them one by one.
Right. Well, okay, it's easier said than done trying to fight against this sort of team, because
that goes without saying, it is Nova.
Well, Nova executed it perfectly. If one member is out of position, then they get a Joker passive to the face or a Valhein stun. It's basically the same because it's a 90% slow from Joker. And then Poseidon rolls in, he pushes them back, they're picked off, they're dead. The issue is, once Team Queso sees that happen once or maybe even twice, they say, okay, we've fallen behind, Nova clearly knows what they're doing, we haven't dealt with this before. Let's just fall back and play defense. And they didn't change a thing, TJ. They kept making the same mistakes and letting Nova continue to get ahead. They should have just said from that point on, okay, they're going to take some of our jungle, they're going to take some of our what have you. They're going to get slightly ahead. We're going to give them an additional